Thank you, City Councilors and Mayor. I'm Sarah Smith from the New Mexico Freedoms Alliance. Welcome, Mayor Enriquez, Councilor Matisse, and Councilor McClure. At your last meeting, you approved a list of legislative priorities for the upcoming session in Santa Fe. I was glad to see that you are asking for funds to expand behavioral health services in southern New Mexico. Hopefully, this will help with the increased drug abuse and mental health problems that we are all seeing. However, I was surprised to see that there was no item requesting that the legislature help with the crime situation. All across the city, we are seeing signs that more needs to be done to stop the crime. We are seeing businesses and homes being vandalized, windows being broken, people's property being taken, and vehicles being stolen, including my neighbor. We are seeing more homeless people camping out at businesses and homes, approaching people asking for money, scaring children, threatening people, and leaving trash and feces all around. We are seeing drugged out people wandering the streets, harassing people, and leaving dangerous needles lying around where children can find them. And we're seeing people being harmed while trying to live peacefully and responsibly, such as Patricia from the Little Shop on Main, who has been stalked and sexually harassed by homeless men. Another example is Carlos, who asked you for help after suffering repeated attacks on his business and being threatened with physical harm by a homeless man trying to hit him with a belt buckle. There is also Rosa Ortega, who was brutally attacked by a homeless person in broad daylight while trying to walk to the grocery store. In last year's legislative session, there were several bills proposed that were aimed at reducing crime, yet they all failed. Will you please ask the legislature to help us with this issue this session, this year? Additionally, I continue to be concerned about the huge amount of funding going towards Housing First initiatives in Las Cruces, such as the $7 million line item for Community of Hope. We have already seen with the Desert Hope Homeless Housing Project that giving homeless people housing with no requirements for sobriety or accountability creates many problems. The Desert Hope Housing Project has devastated the nearby neighborhood with increased crime and drugs. At least 2 drug dealers have been housed there. People living near Desert Hope no longer feel safe, and they have suffered under increased break-ins, harassment, and property damage. Housing First doesn't meet the needs of the homeless who are trying to actually reform their lives and change their life paths either. Will you invest in other approaches instead of putting all of our resources towards Housing First? One example is the Work First model being used at Boulder Bridge House in Colorado. They utilize a drug and alcohol-free shelter combined with job readiness training. After 1 year, people graduate from their program ready for employment and permanent housing. This program has a 74% success rate in having people maintain employment and independence. We should be aiming for improved, rehabilitated lives for the homeless people so they can become responsible members of our community. Will you please take a more balanced approach instead of investing only in Housing First? Our community is counting on you to make Las Cruces a safe place to live, work, and thrive. Thank you.
Thank you.